Welcome back to Mythic Sleep. I'm young Homer, here to guide you deeper into the rise and fall of Zeus. Tonight, in episode 7, The Divine Gifts, Zeus's Thunderbolt Awakens, we witness a pivotal moment as Zeus receives a powerful weapon from the grateful Cyclopes, a thunderbolt that will become his greatest ally and symbol of his rule. As we journey through this ancient tale of gratitude and power, let yourself sink into comfort, easing into stillness as we begin. Find a restful position, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand. Then, exhale softly, letting go of any lingering tension, and allow yourself to settle more deeply into your bed. This is your time to unwind, to be at peace. Now let's turn our attention to the natural rhythm of the breath, letting it flow freely, like a gentle wind through the trees. Take a slightly deeper breath, filling your chest completely, and as you exhale, imagine any tightness dissolving, leaving only ease. Once more, breathe in calm, hold it softly, and exhale, sinking further into relaxation. Now we'll guide each part of the body to soften, inviting calm with every breath. Begin with your forehead, releasing any tension as you exhale. Move down to your jaw, letting it relax, feeling it soften completely. Now, turn to your shoulders. Inhale gently, then let them drop as you exhale, like feathers floating softly to the earth. Allow your arms and hands to rest by your sides, heavy and peaceful. Feel the steady rhythm of your chest and belly. As you inhale, let your belly rise, and on the exhale, allow any remaining tension to melt away. Shift to your hips and thighs, sinking deeper into the bed, fully supported. Finally, bring attention to your calves, feet, and toes, letting them ease, grounded and at rest. Now, imagine yourself standing in a hidden forge deep within the earth, where the air shimmers with golden light. The Cyclopes, ancient and skilled, work tirelessly around you, shaping the very essence of thunder and lightning into a weapon fit for a god. Sparks fly and metal hums with a low, resonant power, filling the room with a sense of strength and energy. In the center stands Zeus, watching as the thunderbolt is placed in his hands, feeling its warmth and pulse, a gift that will one day change the fate of the cosmos. With each breath, feel the powerful hum of the forge, steady and grounding, as though the strength of the earth itself surrounds you. Inhale deeply, letting this ancient power fill you, and exhale, feeling calm and steady, as though the world around you holds you in safety. With your body at ease and your allow the story to take shape before you, guiding you into the world of gods and gifts. Take one last deep breath in and let it out slowly. Now, let us begin. Emerging from the depths of Tartarus with the Cyclopes at his side, Zeus stood beneath an open sky, holding the gift they had crafted for him, a thunderbolt, alive with raw, crackling energy. Its brilliance was undeniable, casting a radiant glow across the heavens and vibrating with a strength unlike anything he had ever felt. As Zeus gazed upon the thunderbolt, he felt its power echo within him, an electric pulse that resonated with the very core of his being. It was as though the weapon recognized him, an extension of his own spirit, a force of nature bound to his destiny. This thunderbolt was not just a gift, it was a symbol of the divine justice he would wield and the battles he would face. The Cyclopes, masters of ancient power and wisdom, gathered around Zeus, ready to guide him in mastering his new gift. Brontes, the eldest of the Cyclopes, spoke with a voice deep as the rumble of a distant storm. This thunderbolt is forged from the primal elements of creation, bound by the essence of the sky and the strength of the earth. To wield it is to command the storm itself, Zeus, but it will obey only a heart true to its purpose. Zeus listened, his heart filled with both reverence and determination. He raised the thunderbolt skyward, feeling the skies respond, darkening as clouds gathered and winds began to swirl around him. He sensed the elements bending to his will, drawn to him not out of fear, but out of respect for the strength he embodied. With each movement, he became more attuned to the thunderbolt, learning to channel his intent, his passion, and his resolve into the weapon. It was as though the storm recognized his heart's purpose, aligning with his resolve to bring justice and light to a world long shrouded in his father's darkness. As Zeus practiced, the Cyclopes encouraged him to push the boundaries of his control, to test the thunderbolt's power and his own limits. With a fierce cry, Zeus summoned the strength within him, releasing a bolt of energy that tore through the sky, illuminating the clouds with a blinding flash. The sound of thunder rolled across the heavens, a force that reverberated through the mountains and valleys alike. The intensity of the lightning left the air charged, crackling with energy. Zeus felt exhilaration unlike anything he had known, a rush of power tempered by a deep sense of responsibility. For he understood now that this weapon was not just a tool of strength, it was a force meant to uphold the balance, to challenge the tyranny of those who wielded power unjustly. Remember, Zeus, Brontes reminded him as the echoes of thunder faded. Your strength lies not just in force, but in your heart's purpose. The thunderbolt will amplify what is within you, whether it be anger, courage or compassion. Use it wisely. Zeus took these words to heart, recognizing that his power would only grow if his intentions remained true. He focused his mind, imagining the freedom of his siblings, bound in darkness within Cronus. He thought of the world beyond, longing for liberation from his father's reign. And as he did, the thunderbolt responded, its light growing brighter, its energy pulsing with a strength that matched the fire in his heart. The more he practiced, the more he felt the thunderbolt becoming a part of him, a manifestation of his will and his destiny. It became his voice in the skies, a roar of defiance against those who would oppress, and a beacon of hope for those waiting to be freed. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Zeus stood atop a mountain, thunderbolt in hand, and gazed out over the world stretched before him. In that moment, he glimpsed a vision of what could be, a world where Olympus was ruled by justice, where gods and mortals alike lived free from tyranny. He saw himself, not as a hidden child, but as a leader, standing against the shadows cast by Cronus. The vision filled him with a newfound clarity, a deeper understanding of the path he was meant to walk. His strength was not for conquest, but for liberation. The thunderbolt was his vow to the world, a promise to stand against the forces that threatened freedom and to bring balance to the cosmos. The Cyclopes watched him in silence, sensing that he was no longer simply wielding the thunderbolt, but embodying its purpose. They knew then that their choice had been right, that this young god was the one destined to bring light to the shadows. As Zeus prepared to leave, the Cyclopes gathered around him, each offering him words of wisdom and support. They reminded him of the strength he now possessed and the duty it carried. Brontes, with a hand on Zeus's shoulder, spoke softly. The path you walk will not be easy, but you carry with you the strength of the storm, the light of the heavens. Remember, Zeus, that you are never truly alone. The power of the thunderbolt is a reminder that we, too, stand with you. Zeus nodded, his gratitude evident as he embraced each of the Cyclopes in turn. With their guidance, he had found not only his power, but his purpose. He was ready to confront the darkness, to face the challenges awaiting him, and to lead the charge against his father's reign. As he stepped away, the thunderbolt hummed in his grasp, as if eager for the battles to come, for the dawn of a new age. And with each step forward, Zeus knew that his journey was no longer just about survival. It was about restoring balance to the heavens and fulfilling his destiny. With his allies behind him and the power of the thunderbolt alive in his hands, Zeus set out, his heart a steady drumbeat of purpose. the skies seemed to part for him, the clouds acknowledging the power he carried and the resolve that drove him. He was no longer a mere child of prophecy. He was a force born of hope and shaped by the promise of a brighter future. As Zeus left the realm of the Cyclopes, his spirit burned with a clarity he had never known. The first strike had been made, the first test passed. Now he would continue his journey to Olympus, gathering allies and preparing for the great battle that would define the fate of gods and mortals alike. The world awaited its liberator, and Zeus was ready to answer that call. In the quiet after his training, as the night settled around him, Zeus looked up at the stars with a sense of gratitude for the strength he now possessed. The Thunderbolt, a gift from the Cyclopes, had become a part of him, a reminder of his duty and the hope that filled his heart. He was ready to bring justice to the heavens, to challenge the forces that clung to power out of fear, and to restore the balance his father had shattered. This was just the beginning of his journey, a first step on a path lined with trials, allies, and challenges that would test every fiber of his being. But Zeus, the bearer of the Thunderbolt, was undaunted. He knew now that he was the storm, and he would carry this light into the heart of darkness. The journey to Olympus begins as Zeus sets out to gather allies for the impending war against Cronus. Join us in the next episode as Zeus's power grows and he unites those who share his vision, preparing to bring a new dawn to the realm of gods. Until we meet again, may your path be filled with peace, strength, and a touch of magic. I'm young Homer, and I look forward to our next story together.